Hello everyone, I'm here to do the tutorial for the 5x7 folio. So I had to do it all over again because I forgot a few things in the first tutorial, so bear with me. Let's go through some of the things you're gonna need. So of course you need your bone folder. This is the one I use. I have the other one just to show you that you could use that also. That's a bone folder. Okay, so I have a Teflon bone folder. Then I'm using some score tape. This is scrapbook.com tape, and this is the 1/4 inch, and I'm using the score tape. Okay, so we're gonna use that, but I'm using the 3/8, and I also have a 1 inch, so I'm using that. To put the folio together though, I'm going to use glue. So I have this glue here that my friend Lisa bought me. Thank you, Miss Lady. And then I have Galal, and this is from the UK, I think. But it's also equivalent to this bottle of glue from the Dollar Tree. This is the old bottle. I don't have a new bottle right now, but this is the old bottle. It's from Crafter's Square. Yeah, that's the new one. Or if you're comfortable with your art glitter glue, you can use it. I'm not going to put it together with this because if you put too much of that stuff, it will warp your paper. This won't. So this is a silicone glue, so any silicone glue would work. That's the same thing. Okay, we got the bone folder. This is what I use to rip my score tape. I already put that on, so we don't need that. Your pencil, just in case you need to mark anything, everything. A scissors, your ruler, a scoreboard, and your paper trimmer. Okay, you're also going to need 2 pieces of Tie-Back. Tie-Back is a type of envelope that you can get from the post office, or I usually sometimes buy them. This one was mailed to me, so I'm going to reuse that. So 2 pieces of that. All right, now let's get on with the paper and what size you need it for your cardstock. 110-pound cardstock. Today I'm using 110-pound from I think it's Joann's, the Park Lane. Yeah, I'm using that. And so yeah, all right, your cardstock. First 2 pieces. Oh, a score tool, this one or the one that comes with the scoreboard. Okay, so first 2 pieces for your cover. I hope you could see this. 7 by 11. You're going to score on the 11-inch side at 5 and at 6. So put it in your scoreboard. Let me see if I could zoom this in a little bit and move this over. There we go. Okay, so you're going to score first. If you rub your hands on your cardstock like this, you'll get a smoother score. It wouldn't, your score tool wouldn't stick. Okay, so 5 and 6. That's the first part of your cover. The second part of your cover is a 7 by 6.5 piece. On the 6.5 side, you're gonna score at 4 7/8 and 5 3/8, and this is gonna give you a 7/8 of an inch spine. So you're gonna put that in. You're gonna score at 4 7/8, which is that line right before the 5-inch. So you're gonna score. Rub your fingers down, because if not, your score tool will stick. 4 7/8, and I said 5 3/4, right? And that's there. Okay, there you go. So this is for your cover. Okay, that's for your cover. Next piece, let's just put the cover together first. So you're gonna fold on your score lines. I hope you could see those. Yes, so we're gonna fold, and when you fold it on your score lines, you fold. So this is the bumpy side and this is the indented side. So you're gonna score that way you're folding the indented side down then. All right, so this is the beginning of your cover. Okay, and then you're gonna add this piece right here. So this piece here, you're gonna attach it to here, okay? All right. So we're gonna use glue like I said. We're gonna use this glue here. If you want, in order for this to fit a little better, you just take your scissors and slightly miter the end here. Just cut in an angle, not too much of it. This way you don't see too much of that when you finish putting it together. Make it look seamless. So we're gonna apply the glue. I hope this video is not too long. And the other folio, which is a little larger than that one, I'm gonna try to come back in and do a tutorial with that one because it's slightly different than this one. So I'm gonna put that on there. Okay, now this glue here, if you get too much of it on your project, you could just rub it away. Just roll your fingers over it and it will just rub off. Okay, so we're gonna attach that to there. Okay, see, you're not going over your score line. You're keeping your piece right at the score line, not going over it. So I hope you could see that. See, so it could still fold. All right, so we're gonna put that down and we're going to make sure that that's adhere properly. And like I said with the glue, see, if you got the glue on there, if you just rub it, it'll just come off. You just rub it out. Okay. Good. So that's done. So that's your cover, right? Good. So now we're gonna put this to the side, and we're gonna get the first flap, the first flap, and the top piece for the flap. So that's this here. I'm sorry, let me move that out the way. That is this. We have a pocket, we have a flap, and we have another flap. So we're gonna do that part now. Where's my instructions? Over here. So these two pieces, the bottom, the first piece, you're gonna cut that at 7 1/8. Let me make sure this is the right side. No, not this one, sorry. This is we're doing the left side first. So this is the left side. So the left side, the first piece is gonna be 7 by 5 1/4. Okay, 7 by 5 1/4. On the 5 1/4 side, you're gonna score at 4 3/4 or 1/2 inch. So you put it in your scoreboard. Ow, don't fall, please. And you're gonna score at 4 3/4, which would give you a 1/2 inch piece at the end for you to attach it. The second piece is 7 by 5. You're gonna score on the 5 inch side at 4 1/2. So we're gonna put it in, that's the 5 inch side, and we're gonna score it at 4 1/2. Okay. Then we're gonna do our pocket. The pocket is a piece cut. Actually, this is 5 1/2. Yes, 5 1/2. Sorry, so it's 5 1/2 by 3. You're gonna score on the 3 inch side at 1/2 inch. I mean, on 3 sides. 3 sides at 1/2 inch. So 2 short side and 1 long side. So this is actually 5 1/2, not just 5. Hold on. So 5 and 1 over 2. Okay. So 5 1/2 by 3. Okay, so we're gonna put it in here. You're gonna score 1/2 inch. So 5. Turn it. You're gonna score a 2 1/2. Turn it, and you're gonna score again at 5. If it's comfortable for you, you could score at 1/2 inch on that side and turn it 3 times on that side. So now this is what we have here, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna attach our pocket first. So we're gonna cut our pocket. So here's your pocket. You can either miter it like this. You're gonna cut right where those 2 pieces meet, and you do like that. Okay? So you're gonna cut this piece out right here, like that, okay? Like that. Hope you're seeing this. So then you fold on your score lines. Now, when I do it like this, you fold the two pieces in and then you fold the part up. Okay? If you have a piece here at the end hanging over, just take your scissors and carefully just clip that off, because you don't need it. Okay. So now we're gonna put this on and we're gonna glue it on there. Where is my bone folder? Where did I put that? Oh, come on, come on, come on. See, this is my problem. I just had it. Did I put it away? Yes, I did. Over here. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna do that. That. Okay. So this is gonna go on the 7 by 5 piece. Okay. So we said we're doing the left side first. So this gotta go. Nope, that's the wrong one. No. Anyway. So fold this. Fold that in. We're gonna turn this way because you need it to go on this side. So we're gonna fold it like that. Sorry that the writing is upside down. And like I said, fold it in and fold this up. You can put some glue, a little bit of glue right here and some right here, just to hold those two pieces down. And when you bring this up, you fold that in and you fold that in. You just hold it there for a minute. Okay. Now, you're gonna apply your glue here, here. If you're more comfortable using score tape, you could use the score tape. The reason why I'm doing glue is because score tape takes a while to apply. So we don't want this video to be an hour long. So you're gonna take this, you're gonna get your piece, move that out the way, and you're gonna line it up with the bottom and the side. Okay, make sure you line it up mostly on this side, and then you press it down. Okay, let's say you get the glue on there. If it's that glue you're using, you just rub that off. So that's that. So you have your pocket. Here's your pocket. Okay, now this piece, we're gonna attach it to this side. So we're gonna fold this down. We're gonna cut our corners. So we're gonna snip our corners off. 1, 2, and this now is gonna go on the top here. So you got that. We're gonna just line this piece up and we're gonna glue this on to here. Okay, so we're gonna apply the glue again. Like I said, just to make this video not be too long, I'm using the glue, but this glue is perfectly fine for that stuff. It's not going to warp the paper or anything like that. Normally I would have used the 3/8 of an inch score tape for that part because it's a 1/2 inch. Okay, so now we're gonna take this and we're gonna attach it to here, and we're gonna keep that straight. Make sure you line it up with the score line, not going over the score line. Okay, and you attach that on there, flip it over, and you press it down. Okay, so that's what you have now. You have your flap, and then you have the flap on the top with your pocket. Okay, and you're gonna just make sure you burnish this properly, get a good crease. Alrighty, so now this is what we have. Okay, so now we're gonna put that in our book, but first we're gonna cut our corners here. So 1, sorry about being out of frame, and 2. Okay, we're gonna get our book. So the shorter side, which is the 6.5 inch side, this is actually only 4 7/8. It's not 5, so you could get a better fit. It's not nothing gonna be obstructing it from closing. So this now is going on the left side here. Okay, it's going on this side. So we want to attach this piece here on your, nope, sorry, Wrong instructions, sorry. First, we're gonna put our tie back in there so that we don't rip. So 2 pieces of tie back, 6 7/8 by 2 inches. So this is just 2 1-inch strip of score tape that I have, and this one I put a 1 inch and the 2 3/8. Okay, so you're gonna line this up right here. We're gonna put this on here. This is gonna prevent your book from ripping, and because it's going to get a little heavy, and you know this is just cardstock, so just to help the cardstock from ripping, you're gonna apply this there. So you peel off your score tape. Let's get a pokey tool. Okay, come on. There we go. So take that off and line it up first before we press it down. Make sure you line it up straight. You know, just eyeball it. You don't have to measure it or nothing. And then you press that down. And then you flip it around and you take off your tape from this side, the backing. Okay? Peel that off. And you stick that down. Get your bone folder and you make sure you press it down properly. Okay? And you fold again. Turn it around and fold again. Okay, so that's that. Now you do the next side. We'll just do that and get it out the way. Same thing. Remove the back end of your tape. Stick it there for now. Line it up. You know, and press it down. Pick this up and you take the rest of it out. I'll just use my finger now. 1, 2. So I hope this is not confusing, and I hope you're understanding what I'm doing here. Okay, if you're gonna spend the time to make the project, you at least make it in such a way that it will last at least for a while. You know, you don't want to make something and you give it to somebody and it falls apart like as soon as they get it or shortly thereafter, because you're wasting your time, you know, and then that person would be a little disappointed. So this is the shorter side, this is the left side, so we're going to attach the piece that we just assembled on the left side. You get that out of here. So we're going to go in with the glue again, and we're going to glue this. Okay, make sure you get the glue to the ends. Don't put too much because you don't want too much of it oozing out. All right, so we're gonna keep that laid down. So this, make sure you're going right. Here's your pocket at the bottom. This is gonna line up here with the last score line here on your spine. Okay, you're gonna line this piece up right here, not going over your score line, and you're going to stick that down. So make sure you have it straight, make sure it lines up here and line up there. Okay, and you just press it in place and make sure you can still fold your spine. Okay, there we go. Spine is good, this is good. You get your bone folder and you press it down. So there we go. So here's your first side flap. Okay, now we're gonna do the second one. It's gonna be done the same way. You have your pieces. Oh, I didn't even score that. Okay, so let's move that out of your way. So we're gonna score at 1/2 inch on 3 sides. Sorry about that, but this is gonna drive me crazy if I don't remove it. So 1/2 inch. Don't forget to run your fingers on your paper. The oils from your fingers tend to make the 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 score tool run a little smoother, and then you turn it again and you score at 5. Okay, now I'm going to show you the other way that you can cut your pocket. You can just cut straight across instead of angling it like we did the first time. Cut straight across. Okay, you fold, fold, and fold. Now, this one, they don't meet. See? They meet like that, they don't overlap. The first one, we overlap. See? So that's that. All right. Now we're going to score the other 2 pieces. This is the top part and this is the bottom. So we're going to put it in here and we're going to score at 1/2 inch on the 5 and, so sorry. This one is cut at 7 by 5 1/8. The other one was set 5 1/4. This one is 1/8 of an inch shorter, but you're scoring at the same place, and I'll tell you why. 7 by 5 1/8. Put it in, and you're gonna score at 4 3/4. 4 3/4. So we're gonna run our fingers down, and we're gonna score at 4 3/4. Now, all the other ones had a 1/2 inch. This is just 3/8 of an inch. And the reason why is because when we fold everything up, we need that space so that this piece can lay on top of this properly. Okay, you don't want the 2 of them at the same distance, because if you have them at the same distance, it's going to not fold properly. Mine, I did this one a little too long, so I switched that and bring it down to 1/2 inch, and I brought this down to 3/8 so everything would fold up better. But with this one is because this ribbon here is a little too bulky, and this one, so it didn't fold right. So in order for me to avoid that, that's why I made this into 3/8 of an inch, and this is 1/2 inch. So I hope I'm not confusing you, but you see that goes there and this goes on top neatly, and then this goes here. All right, so that's the ribbon. We don't need that now. So this one we already scored. This one we're gonna score at 1/2 inch. Okay, so you run your fingers and you score 1/2 inch. Okay. So we're gonna get our scissors. We're gonna cut our corners. 1, 2. Cut this one also. 1 and 2. Okay. I'm gonna fold and fold. No. And we're gonna burnish. Make sure you get a good crease. Same thing here. Make sure you get a good crease, and then on your pockets. Oh, and for the pockets, I didn't use 110-pound cardstock. Well, this is some heavy-duty cardstock, and this is from I think Pen Gear. Their 110 is not as stiff as this. So, but I'm using that because that's what I had there. But you can also use the 110. It's not a problem. But you just want the pocket to not be too stiff. You could use 65-pound. That's fine. So once again, we're gonna attach the flap to the top of here. Okay. Actually, let's do the pocket on there first. So we're gonna put glue here. Glue here. Oh, sorry. Apologize for that. I'm so sorry that this tutorial is taking me so long to do, but guys, I'm so busy, and sometimes, I just can't avoid being busy. I do run a few Girl Scout troops, so, my days are, and I have a full-time job. So between work and Girl Scouts and trying to get enough rest, which I don't ever get, but I try, time is a little limited for me. And then sometimes when I think of all the struggles I have to go through just to get the craft, and I don't even bother. So, but I wanted to get this. I said I was going to get it done, so I'm going to get it done. And the next thing I'm going to do is a tutorial for the legal size notepad holder. I know everybody has been waiting for that, and I do apologize for that also, but I gotta get that done. So we're gonna now glue this piece on top. Right there. And we're gonna glue that on here. So we're gonna line it up at the score line on the top. Make sure we don't go over. Keep it straight. line it up, okay, and press it down, okay. Open it up, rub away your glue. If you have any glue seep out, well, you could use that art glitter glue. This will be fine because it doesn't absorb that fast into the 110-pound cardstock, so you wouldn't get too much warping. Okay. Or like I say, if you're comfortable with score tape, but just be careful with score tape because it's not too forgiving. Once you put it down, it's down. You gotta be very careful with it. So now this is going on your right side, you know, towards the middle of the folio. So we're gonna put our glue. And I'm actually using the tip of the bottle to spread out the glue as I go along. So, and now this, oh crap. Guess, oh no, I didn't do it wrong. I thought I did it wrong. Okay, so this goes right here to the score line, but not over it. You keep it straight. Make sure you test it. Make sure it folds properly. Okay, folds good. And then we're gonna press it down. Just hold it for a few seconds so that the glue could adhere. And then you're good. So now we did that. All right, test it. Make sure your spine still folds nicely. There we go. So now that's that, okay? For in here, we need, I forgot to cut that, sorry. I'm gonna, to put your waterfall, you have to mat the inside there first. So I'm gonna cut this real fast. So this is how you're gonna cut that. Sorry, that's the piece you're gonna need. This is your matting. So this inside part is 5 inches. So we're gonna cut this down to 4 7/8. And like I said, this is 7. So we're gonna cut it down to 4 7/8 by 6 7/8. So we're gonna attach that in there, okay? So let me get my paper trimmer open. So 4 7/8 right here. And then we're gonna do 6 7/8. 6 7/8. Right there. So that's that piece. And we're gonna put that in there. If you want, you can also put just another piece of cardstock. You could put a piece of 65-pound cardstock first in there, the white one, if you want, and just, you know, when you're ready to do your matting, you could just do it like that. But I just need this red in here because I have to actually make 3 of those folios. So we're going to make sure that this is gonna fold properly. Yes. And this is gonna fold properly on this side. Yes. So this can go in here. So this is 6 7/8 by 4 7/8 because this is 5 by 7, and we're gonna attach this first, and then we're gonna put the waterfall down. Okay. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you all have a great weekend, and I hope you have a fantastic week. Nope. So here we go. Okay, one more thing before I glue this down, and I'm forgetting that. I don't want to forget that because that's why I had to redo the other tutorial because I forgot that part. We're going to attach our ribbon. So what you need was 3 pieces of ribbon. So we're going to get the white one, which is the longer one. We're going to fold it in half. So this is about 20 inches, okay? We're going to cut it. We're going to get our score tape. We're going to put, okay, here we go, a piece here. You could measure it if you want. I don't really measure things. I just eyeball it. So that's 3/8. So we'll be going right here. Put a piece of score tape there. And that's one thing, this glue don't dry that fast, so you still have a little bit of time to play around with it. Okay, then we're gonna, wait a minute, did my cut it? Yes, I did. So we're gonna take off the back end, and we're gonna put our one piece of ribbon here. Try to get it in the middle. I mean, you know, as best as you can. There. You could put a little bit of glue on there just to make sure that it stays. Okay. And then you take the backing off of the bottom one. You put your ribbon going this way. Okay. There we go. Put a little bit of glue here. Okay. I'm just gonna put a little bit more glue at the bottom of this piece here because that's drying a little bit. So right here and here. Okay. Okay. So this is good. Make sure you get the edges. You don't want them lifted up. All right. So now we're gonna attach this here. Make sure you get it centered properly. Right in between there. You just barely have a little bit of wiggle room here. So there we go. And you just press it down. Okay. That's it. Okay. When I'm working, I usually put something over my scoreboard, but being that I'm scoring with you as I go along, you know, I'm just gonna not. But I usually have a piece of chipboard that I usually put in here to keep the surface. My cutting mat is not at home. Okay, so there we go, that's done. If you have that eraser, that adhesive eraser, you could wait till this is almost dry and then use that to erase it. Don't try to erase it while it's wet because it's gonna smear more over there. Okay, so that's done. Now the waterfall, let's get those pieces for the waterfall. Not this, here's our waterfall. So in the first book I have four waterfall pages. In this one I reduce it by 1/2 inch and I think I'm going to put 5. We'll see if it fits. So let's move this out the way, let that dry. And so these are cut at 5 by 4.5. On the 5-inch side we're going to score at 1/2 inch. So that's the 5-inch side. Rub your fingers. We're going to score 1. I should have scored these, sorry about that. 2, and I don't know how to edit and all of that stuff, guys. You know, I'm not the most computer whatever you call it person. I just go with the flow. Okay, I just go with the flow. 4 and then 1 more, 5. Okay. Oh, so now your photo mats is 4.5 by 4.5. We're gonna fold, 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 fold. We're gonna cut our little corners just a smidge. You don't need to cut this actually, because actually it'll help you line it up better if you don't cut it. So we're not gonna cut the other one. Okay, so now we're gonna bring back in our book. Let's make sure we crease these properly. I commend people that do tutorials. I don't have patience for that, because in my head right now I have to remind myself that I have to keep talking, that I just can't go silent and do what it is that I'm doing. So I'm constantly having this little reminder in my head, you have to keep talking. So excuse me if I stop talking at some point. Okay, so here's the book. Okay, this is your left side. Make sure your pockets, like I said, pockets at the bottom. And this is the right side, pockets at the bottom. Okay, so this is attached, and so is that. So now we're gonna start lining up our waterfall. You can measure this. I don't measure things. So you eyeball it and you make sure that you get it, you know, about that much there from the top. Let me see something here. One, there's my ruler. This is how we're gonna know if the other 4 is gonna fit. We need at least 2 inches down here, which we have, so it's gonna fit 5. Okay, so we're gonna put that there, and then we're gonna just glue this down. So you make sure, you know, like I said, pull it close to you if you have to, you know, flip your page if you have to, do whatever it is you have to just to get this straight. Because once the first one is straight, the rest should go on just as fine. But if the first one is crooked, then the whole waterfall will be wonky. And, you know, that don't look right. You don't want to give somebody something. I mean, yes, it's handmade and, you know, it's not perfect, but at least you get it as straight as you possibly can. So we're gonna line this up, make sure it's straight. Sorry if my head is in the camera. Let me pull this out. And we're gonna make sure we get this down right. Yep. So there we go. So that's number 1, top piece. We open it up, get our bond folder, and we burnish. Okay, that's number 1. Now we're gonna do 2. Glue. I hope I'm in frame. I hope you can see this, because I would hate to have to do this again, because this is actually the 3rd tutorial I'm doing for this project here. Alrighty, then we're gonna line this. Let's turn it this way. Okay, so we're gonna line this up with this. We're gonna make sure that these 2 line up straight. Okay, so you see that's straight. Then you hold it down, pull it up, make sure it's right underneath there, and you press it down. Make sure that that's straight with that one. Okay, there we go. Then you press this down now. Open it up, press it down. Okay, now we're gonna do the next one. We're gonna line that up, this right here, right there, put it down. Make sure you bring this one over and that it lines up right. Okay. Hold it down. Let's see. See, this is why I like that glue, because it gives you a chance to move it around. Even with art glitter glue, it doesn't give you that much time to move things around, because once art glitter glue starts grabbing, you have a problem lifting it back up. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Okay. Alrighty. See, this here, the glue is drying a little bit. I'm gonna have to go back in and put some art glitter glue in there and fix that. So, there we go. I'm gonna line this one up, edge to edge. Fold this over, test it. Yes. Make sure it's fine. There we go. And we press it down. Open it up and go in with your bone folder. There we go. Wipe off any glue you have there. Now, this one is the last one. Now with this one here, if you don't want this little piece showing at the back here, you could actually fold this the other way and put it this way on top of here, like this. If you put it down on there like that, then you wouldn't have that piece on the back here, so it would be even. It would be just a smooth surface here, but I don't care about that because I'm gonna put a photo mat on that anyway. So we're just gonna do this, fold it down, bring these over, make sure they're straight, line up. There we go. Bring that back up. Now I'm going to press this down. Check it again. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. So this is our waterfall, and that's done. Okay, there you go. Bring your ribbon up. And you tie it bow. There we go. Okay, so that's your waterfall done. That's for my fingernail. All right, so now we're gonna move on to, see, so this is what I was saying with this piece being shorter than this side. When you fold this in and you fold this over, it gives it room. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It gives it enough room so this would all sit nice and flat in there. See? So this is what I'm talking about. If you had put them at the same distance, they would hinder each other. So now when we put the fold out on this side, we have enough room here to compensate for that. So when you fold that over, you have more than enough room for that to sit well in there. So, all right, too much rambling. So here we go now with that part. So this is, we have 6 pieces here. We don't need that. 6 pieces. We have first piece, 5 by 4 3/4. You need 2 of these. Okay, 5 by 4 3/4, 2 pieces. We need 6 by 4 3/4, 2 pieces. We need 7 by 4 3/4, 2 pieces. So here's the other set. Okay, so let me show you what that part is. That's this here. Okay, that's this part here, where this opens like that. Okay, so that's what that is. Alrighty, so we're gonna score each one of these at 1/2 inch. Okay, we're gonna move this out of the way, put my clip away, and close up the glue for now. We're gonna put this in the scoreboard and we're gonna score. Well, we need our score line on this side. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over and I'm gonna score here. So this way when I turn it, no, that's not right. I need it on that side. It doesn't matter with the writing, never mind the writing. So we're gonna put it in here. I need this smooth surface here. Okay, here we go. Sorry about all of that confusion. So we're just gonna score at 1/2 inch. Okay, next one. I need the smooth side. I'm gonna score at 1/2 inch. And then the following one, 4 3/4. Okay. We're going to score that at 1/2 inch. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do the next set one time. So we have this one, we want the score line on this side. So 4 3/4, we're going to score at 4 1/4. 1, 6 3/4, we're going to score at 4 1/4. 7 by 4 3/4, we're going to score at 4 1/4. Okay, so this is for the right side, this is for the left. So we're going to fold. We're going to cut our corners. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. So now this is what we're gonna do here. we're going to attach these on top of each other. So this one was stagger on top of the 6-inch one is going to go on top, and then the 5-inch is going to go on top of that. And then we're going to attach the whole thing to the book. So let's do this. Let's attach it here first. So you're going to eyeball on the first one. So this is the right side we're doing, okay? And I'm going to apply your glue. And this one, if you want to measure this one, you can. So it's 1/2 inch from the top for each piece. Like I said, I don't have patience for all this. So we're gonna just attach this, and we're gonna eyeball about 1/2 inch. Make sure you're getting it even on both sides, okay? I hope you could see that. So here we are, 1/2 inch, that's about 1/2 inch, yeah. And you're gonna adhere it. It's just when you go to do the second side, you have to make sure that matches this side, okay? So now we're gonna do this piece. Okay. And we're gonna eyeball that 1/2 inch again. So yeah, that looks about 1/2 inch. Yep. Okay. And we're gonna press it down. And this one also need a ribbon closure. Sometimes I try not to use too many magnets in my projects. I mean, I have magnets, but I try sometimes to make mini albums without putting magnets in it. So now we have that piece. Now here's this piece. And we're gonna turn this one. This one has to be turned this way. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna, did I miter these? No, I didn't. Let's cut the corners in this one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So we're gonna attach this piece first. So let's get the glue, but we have to make sure it matches this perfectly, because if when we put it down, we don't want, when you close it up, you don't want them to be off. You want them to look uniform. So I'll put the glue. This is another reason why I'm using the glue for this one. So we're gonna get this. We're gonna attach this, eyeball it. Sorry, not a frame. Eyeball, make sure it looks like 6.5. It looks like the 1/2 inch. Okay, now I'm gonna measure it up here, and we're gonna make sure that this matches up to this one. So if you see, that's perfect there. This one and this one, I hope you could see that. So you make sure you have them line up evenly. So that's 6.5 and 6.5. Or you could put it on the book first and then line it up, but whichever way is easy for you. But that's the reason why I like the glue, because it gives you a chance to move it and get it straight. So now here we're gonna do the 5. This is 5 by 4 3/4 score at 1/2 inch. All of them score at 1/2 inch on the 4 3/4 side. Okay. So we're gonna put this down. We're gonna try to line this up 1/2 inch. That's about 1/2 inch there. Gotta move it down a little bit. There we go. That looks about right. We're gonna take it and we're gonna match it up to this one. And that's about right. Okay, perfect. You see? They line up. So now we make sure we get this nice and stuck. So you let that adhere properly. You open it up. You could run your bone folder down in the inside there and run it down here. Okay? And same for this. Now, let's put this to the side for a minute, and then we're gonna bring back in our book and our other piece of ribbon. Okay, there is that. Not this. Where's the ribbon? There we go. So here is the next piece of ribbon. Same thing, about 18 to 19 inches, no more than 20. You don't need that much. And we reason why I'm using the shears, because this is not as bulky as the other one that I had used. So you get your score tape, excuse me, get a piece, and you put it down. You could eyeball that, you can measure it if you want. And you put it down. Okay, so peel off your back end and you add up your ribbon. I'll measure this so you can see. So you need that to be at 3.5. So this is 3.5 because it's 7. So we're gonna put this piece right here. Okay, and then we're gonna put this piece on the other side and line that up at that side, because you want them to meet. So we're gonna put that about right here. So that's about good. Make sure it's a little straight, and then we're gonna put some glue and a little bit of glue here. Okay. Now we're gonna glue these in. So this is the right side. Okay, you flap this down, and we're gonna put our glue. We're gonna glue this, lining it up with the top here. Sorry, making sure that you get it straight. It's lined up. Okay, and then you press that down. So we got the right side down. We're gonna open this up, and we're gonna give this a good crease here. Okay. Okay, so that's your right side. Now we're gonna do the left. So this is the left. You have to turn it upside down because the score is on your left. Put your glue. Sorry if I'm out of frame. If there's anything you don't understand, just leave a comment down below in the comment section, and I will try to answer that to the best of my ability. So now you're gonna put this on here, and you're going to the score line, not going over the score line. You're gonna go right to it, and you're gonna line that up right there, making sure you don't go over. And you could just fold this down and make sure that these match before you completely glue that part into place. So you see, this is what you want. You want them to line up properly here. Okay, so I hope you can see that. And then you press this down. Move the ribbon out the way, and you press this down. Okay, let's make sure we get this here away from that score line. Sorry about that, but I just gotta make sure I'm putting this down right. Okay, so this is good. Press it down. See? Sorry if I was out of frame, but I needed to get that, and the only way for me to get that is by pulling it closer to me. Okay. So we gotta make sure now that our cover's been closed. Okay. Okay, we close it that properly. So that's good there. All right, cover close. Let's make sure here. Right, okay. There we go. So that's it. We're finished. Now, you close it right. No, right, left, right, left, right, left, right? Then you tie your bow. Well, I know most of you could tie a better bow than I can, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, so that's done. Now, this is the inside. This is the right side flaps. Here's your waterfall, and here's your left side flaps. So if you fold this up right, which, because this is smaller, so you got right, and this one is larger, you put left. Then this here, it gives this room at the top here. So that will all fit there, and that's it. If you look inside, you see it fit perfect in there. Okay, and I hope you can see that. So it fits perfect in there. I hope this video upload. It's 55 minutes long, guys. Anyway, so that's your folio. And we're going to do one more thing real quick before, I don't want to get to an hour. So we're going to put your score tape here, and this is going to be for your closure ribbon. Okay, so you're going to just attach one piece here, and the next piece that you're going to attach is the book in the closed position. You're going to put that other piece right here. Okay, so in the closed position, one piece on the top and the other piece right here. So that's your ribbon, that's your folio. Okay, you open it up, left side, right side, and that's it. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you stopping by. Have a great day. Bye-bye.